I am very happy to be home. I'm very happy to be back. Hello, 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 hello. You can hear me, right? Please tell me you can hear me. I was having hello, hello. Somebody tell me you can hear me. Give me a hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm so happy to be back. Hi, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello everyone. Awesome, thank you, thank you. I was listening to some stuff before on my Bluetooth headphones and I wanted to make sure that I had actually unplugged them so you could hear me. I'm very happy to be back. I was in Charlotte. I'm sorry for the confusion. Sometimes I set up the monthly posts a while in advance and then forget to check my schedule to be where I'm going to be. So I apologize for that. I think some of you were looking for me on Monday last week, and so I apologize for that. I will try to do better. It was a great week. It was really wonderful to be in Charlotte, see old friends, do some good stuff. Really happy for that. So I have some things to talk about. So first of all, Facebook is getting more. They are starting to delete the videos of past Monday things and live videos. So if you ever come and you think, oh, I have to get caught up on whatever the Monday things, and you look and I'm not there for a past video, please know you can always go to the YouTube channel, and I'm very, very easy to find on YouTube. Just put in my name, you all know my name, and then you can find me on the YouTube. And all the videos are on YouTube, okay? Everything is on YouTube. I started putting things on my LinkedIn as well. I don't really use my LinkedIn for really anything, but I just wanted you to know that because I got an email again today. I've lost my pen. When you go away and then you come back and you're just discombobulated. So that's where I am right now. So I got an email today that said, thank you, my darling Chris Judd, content manager extraordinaire, and all the new graphics that are hey, we'll see you at Monday at 4:30. Chris Judd, okay? Her website, Chris Judd Writes, put your website in there too. So the Facebook is going to be discontinuing, and what I thought was really caught me by surprise was the email I got today said they were going to be deleting the video from July 7th. So clearly they're not deleting old stuff. I'm sure they probably already did, but they're deleting the more current things. So if you ever get a little bit behind, go to the YouTube channel. If you'll be able to catch up, that stuff is there. It's all there. Okay. All right. The other thing I need to say is I received an email from the church today. The Becoming an Empowered Empath class, the live version of the class, which is supposed to start tomorrow, the enrollment is not what they want, and so there is the possibility that the class will be canceled. I don't have control over that. So what I would say to you is that if you have an interest in being part of this class, it's a 4-week class. It is less than half the price of the regular class. The regular class is $199. It's 8 modules. It's self-paced. It's on Thinkific. It's on our learning platform, Dworkin-Smith Learn, and you can do that at your own pace. However, this was an opportunity that the church asked me to teach where we could do this live. It's 4 modules instead of 8. It's $85 instead of $199. It is a great deal, but for whatever the reason, it's not catching on. And I know with a spiritualist church, it might be a little bit of preaching with the choir, as well, because a lot of the people who are part of a spiritualist community are already, pretty energetically aware, but for whatever the reason, it's not having the enrollment that they want. Now, if you have been planning to enroll and you have been waiting, knock it off. This is the time, because if they don't have the enrollment by the end of the day, they're going to cancel the class. And again, I don't have control over that. So I just want to let you know, if you have been thinking like, oh, I was meant to sign up for that class, better get on it. Otherwise, that's going to go away. But that's not to say that it won't come back again in the future, and perhaps in another platform. Maybe we'll do it ourselves. But there is also the platform, the Sherry Dworkin-Smith Learn Empath platform, if you are preferring something more self-paced. That's available as well, and I'm sure Chris can put that link in the comments for you as well. I can get you the link for the class, so let's start with that. So hang on a second. Here is the link for the class, so we can put in the comments. So if you would like to participate in the live class, here is the link for this. And if you would like to participate in the self-paced class, SherryDworkin-SmithLearn.com. Hang on, I gotta figure out what that website is. SherryDworkin-SmithLearn, that one. That one. And this is for the self-paced. That one. Okay. All right. So now you have options. Okay. And for me, my feeling about it is the church, whenever the church asks me to teach, I always try to say yes, because it's fundraisers for them. And if it works for us, great. And if it doesn't, that's okay, sweetheart. I put them. You're good. You're good. You're good. I didn't mean to like surprise you. I put them. You're good. So the Journey Within, the link that has my picture, that is the live class that is scheduled to start tomorrow. Okay. The one with the pretty butterflies is the self-paced class. So you all can choose what you like. But again, I don't have control over this. Okay. So let me say that. All right. I had some things. So we are coming this weekend to the full moon. And I got some things in the emails that I thought were really, really worth sharing. So I wanted to, hey, look, I get it with Social Security right now. It is like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that is uncertain right now. And so I completely get it. It does not hurt my feelings if you cannot come to the class. And you know what, Scott, if you decided you wanted to do the self-paced one, you can always reach out to me individually for like payment plan, something like that. I can't make those offers with the church because again, I am the teacher, I am not the host. But for the stuff that's on my personal learning platform, I am always happy to work with people who want to have access to information but need a little help. So I'm always down for that. Okay, so I got this the couple of emails, and you know I like to quote from Kyle Gray. We use his cards, right? The work with the angels, we use his cards and some of the others. And then also Yasmin Boland, who's just absolutely amazing with the moonology and all of that. So I had this from, I was so good in saving my things, I forgot where I put them. Okay, so this is something that, where did I just put this? No, oh Lord, sometimes I'm over-organized. Here it is. Okay, so this is something I got from Kyle Gray that I thought was really interesting, because sometimes we are, and I thought this really resonated with what's going on right now. Okay, we can see this kind of playing itself out in a lot of places. Sometimes we are pursuing something or someone for the wrong reasons, right? We're going forward where we feel like we're being led or called, and we're going in that direction. And sometimes our ego can get involved, and then before we know it, we're like making ourselves crazy, chasing something that might not even be the right thing for us and might not be the thing on our path, okay? And so we can, as we're coming into this full moon in Aquarius, this is a pump the brakes moment, okay? And it's reminding us right now, and I'm going to share some stuff that Yasmin Boland shared, because again, I just thought it was really like spot on. That it's okay for us to back off a little bit, okay? This way, you know, if this class does not get, you know, if this class does not hold with the Journey Within Spiritualist Church in New Jersey, I know it's going to be okay, because it just wasn't the right time for the universe to have that to be out there. It just wasn't the right place. Doesn't mean the class is not valid. It just meant the timing, something wasn't right. So sometimes we need to back off a little bit. We need to worry a little less. We need to trust a lot more, trusting the universe, okay? Because we want to remember that for all the noise and for all the drama and the stuff that's going on out there, that we really can and should be finding the places in our lives for love and for laughter, and that staying in that place of fun and joy is really is so important and is so high vibration and is something that really helps us get tapped in, stay connected. And it's really important because, you know, it's super easy for us to say, oh my God, my class is a failure. It didn't sell. It's not, people don't like me. They don't want this. And no. It has nothing to do with me. Okay. I was called to create something to the universe at the time that I was called to create it. I was asked to contribute something else. And if it's the right thing, it'll get picked up. That vibration will be picked up. And if it not, that's okay, because you all have heard me a million times talk about how we can plant corn here and harvest rutabagas over here and never see corn. And that's okay, because the universe is saying, we got corn, we're good, we don't need that. What we need from you, your job, your place to fill in the hole in the universe right now is those rutabagas. Okay, it's like the old story, the fable of the dam, and the kid put his finger in the dam, right? We can't put our fingers in all the dams. We are doing the work. In my family, it's one of the glasses everywhere. In my family, we have a couple of different sayings, and again, if you've been around me a while, one of them, you know, is do the work you've been given. So the work that we're given sometimes is to plant the corn, but then sometimes the work is to say, all right, step back from this. Let's not get our ego all connected in the corn, and let's say, there's rutabagas over here. They need my help. The rutabagas need tending, and the rutabagas is what's needed right now. I don't know about rutabagas. Please don't. I don't know why. It is. Okay. So we do the work that we've been given, and so right now with this full moon in Aquarius, this is like a pump the brakes moment. Okay, because we can get too much up in our head and be like, oh no, they don't like me, they don't love me, they don't want my class. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with. It has everything to do with what is needed. What does the universe need from us right now? And also, what do we need from the universe as well? Okay? And often, because the universe is wise, those things are not the same, but they are symmetrical. Okay? Or that's not the right word. Synergistic. That's the one. Synergistic. Okay, they are feeding each other. They are riding around of each other. Yes, I know, different nail polish colors. We're all going to get over it. Okay, so it's feeding each other. Like if I'm doing this, I'm getting this, which is the thing that gives me the thing I next need, which gives the universe the thing it next needs. And we're all playing kind of like a game of cosmic leapfrog that we're going over and we're moving to the next thing into the next thing because we're taking those steps. Okay, so it doesn't have to be symmetrical. It doesn't have to be tit for tat. It is synergistic. Okay, so I may want to share this other thing that came to me today, which was Yasmin Boland's, right? And let me find it. I try so hard to put these emails where I can find them easily, and then I'm like, come on, we can find it. Oh, okay. It wasn't Yasmin Boland. Sorry. The thing that I shared before, that was from Yasmin. This is from Kyle Gray. Okay, I got my people's discombobulated. See, I got my people's backwards. So, okay. So this is something that Kyle Gray put in his email. Now, if you haven't signed up, he's got a great Monday email that I think is just really marvelous. He pulls a card. He gives some information, and I just think it's really worth it. So, you know, I have no financial gain in any of these things. It's just, this is some people that I enjoy following. And so he was talking about deconsolation. Okay, and it says that talks about these moments where we feel disconnected. Maybe we're like not feeling connected to the universe, to God, that maybe God has pulled away from us, or we have pulled away from God, or the universe, higher source, spirit, whatever your place is that you want to call it. So here he writes, according to St. Ignatius, when God feels distant, it's not because we've been forsaken, it's because God is gently stepping back. Remember, this is the time of stepping back, so that we can take a step forward. It's a chance to double down on everything we've learned, to deepen our prayer, to deepen our connection, and to remember who walks beside us even when we feel alone. Now, remembering who walks beside us, a lot of entities walk beside us. A lot. It's not just God. It's not just angels. It's not just our loved ones. It's not just our spirit guides, whether that's an Indian chief or a bear or for me a manatee. It could be, you know, there's so many, and also George, who sits on my shoulder, has sat on my shoulder my whole life. So there's a lot of entities and energies and love that walks beside us. And so right now, so Kyle goes on and says, you might be looking around at the world and wondering why things feel so out of balance, or why our own life isn't unfolding the way that you thought it would. And maybe, just maybe, it's not because something is wrong with you. Maybe it's because a bigger plan is in motion. Okay? So if God feels, or higher source, power, angels, guides, put in your word, it feels far away right now. I want to assure you, Kyle says, the divine is closer than you think. Love has not left the room. The angels, guides, everyone, your loved one's spirit, they're all with you now, and that presence is waiting to be welcomed by you. You don't have to figure it all out. You're not meant to carry it all on your own. We are made to walk in partnership with the divine. And when our loved ones, when they transition, they become part of that divine energy. So if the path ahead feels unclear, ask heaven, source, guides, loved ones to help you lighten it up. And I just thought I can put that on our Facebook page. And I just think that that was so powerful today, because there is so much that is happening in the world that can feel like we're a ship being tossed on a stormy ocean, and it's very hard to see the land or the buoys or the mooring lines or whatever. It can be really hard to find our place of safe harbor. It can be very hard to find our place of connection, of grounding. And so if you are feeling a little tempest tossed right now, then just know that this full moon is really calling on us to step back and to maybe we got to get off, she says while she's on social media, maybe we got to get off social media for a few days. It's one of the things I loved about being away. Always love about being away. Maybe we've got to get a little bit more, turn off the news. Maybe we got to put more input of the stuff that's coming at us versus saying, no, I'm going to choose what I want to put in, okay? So I had made a conscious choice to start looking at, instead of the stuff that I, have to, and I don't know about you, but I have like a file in my email, so when something comes in and I need to read it and like maybe take an action that's not time sensitive, I put it in the README file. I have a file in my email, and so when I have time, when I'm just, sitting in the car, or I'm just vegging out watching TV later in the day with my spouse, then that's this time I can look at the stuff and say, okay, let me read the stuff that's README, and some of it is very much putting energy into me, filling my cup back up, and some of it's not. And so we can be very strategic about saying, I want to read stuff that's putting energy in for me versus stuff that I'm going to have to output energy. And so if it's like 11 o'clock at night and my brain is done, I'm not looking at the stuff that's outputting. I'm totally looking at the stuff that's inputting, because I want that positive, wonderful things that are coming into my brain and filling my heart before I go to sleep, of course, right? All right, Stephen, who is a YouTube sensation, he says the timing could be messaging, marketing, lots of factors, but absolutely. So, and and I'm not worried about it, because I also know that part of that has been creating opportunities for me with the universe to learn different technologies and to get some things organized that are part of a bigger project that I know is coming. So so absolutely, all the things work together. And as far as marketing, again with the church, I'm sort of at their at their whims, other than posting things out into our communities and such. So I know that all the things work together. So even if it's not that I'm supposed to do this class on Tuesday because they asked me what I could teach for them, some other piece is going to be available. And I'm actually excited, because I'm thinking, well, as much as I would love to teach this class on Tuesday, if I'm not teaching the class on Tuesday, I already know what I'm going to do to fill the time with this other project that I've been trying to get rolling. So stay tuned for more information on that I was going to launch after this class was over. So maybe it get boops up a little bit. So we'll see. All right. So those are some things that I really wanted to share with you. And I love Scott and Chris both have said, my spiritual team has my back. Amen, amen, amen. Our spiritual teams always have our back, however you want to name it and talk about it, however you want to whatever, identify it or bring it in. Absolutely, your spiritual team has your back, period, full stop, 100%, no doubts. Okay, so I want to, okay, I did all the things. All right, so yes, I always try to make notes of the things I want to make sure to not forget to tell you, and then we go into the cards of things. So let's see what's going on, because again, remember, we have got the full moon coming on Saturday. Okay, it's going to be on the 9th. So this is Kyle Gray's Archangels, because, you know, I've been really enjoying finding out which Archangel is looking out for us this week, because they all have different tasks, they have different specialties, they have different places where they can really help us. And I think of this kind of like Mercury retrograde, which, by the by, we're still in Mercury retrograde, in case you hadn't forgotten. So we are still in Mercury retrograde. We are right now in Mercury retrograde until like the 11th. So until next Monday, we'll technically be the end of Mercury retrograde, but we know we've got that 2-week kind of shadow window in the front and in the back of Mercury retrograde, right? So technically we've got one more week. So if you've been having weird things with technology going on, communication issues, something, Mercury retrograde is going on right now. But we've also got some major planets that are shifting around in their houses, not houses. We have planets that are shifting into what signs that they are, and there's some big heavy hitters that are moving around right now. So it's another piece of why things feel really kind of heavy in the universe right now, and you might not feel all like light and skippy, everything's just going along. It feels like things are taking longer, things are being slower. There's a lot of heaviness that's going on right now, and that's a big part of it, which is another reason why this whole full moon in Aquarius that we're moving into, right? So we have that 48 hours before that full moon, so that's Saturday, we've got Friday, Thursday. So when we're going to start moving into that place, and so knowing that, we have this heaviness and this encouragement to, like, okay, just take a step, pause, take a step back. The timing's not right. We're not aligned with things right now. We want to let some things, you know, continue to, like, you're not going to get in your bathtub with no water in it and expect to have this relaxing experience. And it's not going to be the same relaxing experience if you get in the bathtub and then you turn the water on, and then you have to, like, okay, get the cold and the hot, and then you got to get, like, your salts or your oils and light your candles, but now your hands are wet, and so you've got, you know, I got to get a towel because I forgot a thing, right? No, we want to get everything set. Maybe you get a snack, or maybe you have whatever, your book. You're going to get all that stuff ready before you get into the tub. And so the universe is saying to us right now, we are getting the tub ready. Right now, don't be getting in that tub right now, right? This is a time of the pause. Scott says, I had to make 2 choices with the workers' compensation lawyer and had limited time to decide. Yeah, so things are they're trying to get stuff, like there was this time of get her done. That was not this time. That was like a week ago. Okay, so right now we're in, yeah, I know, right? I have been exhausted. So do try, if you can, to still get a little bit of exercise if you can. It really will make a difference. So it's interesting because here is this card I've been holding on to. It's all this time we're talking. This is the Archangel card I just pulled. Ezekiel is karmic release. It says it's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Okay, but in order to do that, we have to stop. We have to step back. And I love that he's purple. We have to stop. We have to step back. We have to say, okay, wait a minute. Let me pump this brakes, because what is it I need to release? What is it that is holding me back? What is it that is going to allow me to step into the more radiant self? What is a more radiant self? So we're giving ourselves this time, right? So just allow. Okay, right now, allow. Okay, and that's one of my big things with Mercury retrograde anyway, because Mercury retrograde is all about, like, hey, we're trying to get your attention here about stuff. And we're all like, la, 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 I want what I want. I don't want to hear any of that stuff. And Mercury retrogrades, well, okay, we're going to just bonk you on the head until you pay attention. And so this is a great opportunity for us to be like, okay, universe, you do it. I'm waiting. You tell me when it's time, when you let me know when that bath is ready, and I'll be ready to jump in there, right? All right, so I'm going to pull these. We're going to move into our Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle cards. And I said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say big thank yous to my Chris Judd, who surprised me completely by sending this gorgeous mint in box deck of Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. I love these cards. These are really some of my, like, one of my favorite decks of ever. And and my cards were so wore out. They were just completely, falling apart. And Chris surprised me with a new clean veer. Look how straight they are. Look how clean. They're all not bent or dirty. Because so what happens is, and you all don't see this, after we're all done, I clean the cards. And what I do is how I clean them is I pull like this, and I knock them. And so anything that's not mine needs to just falls right out. And then I put them on my forehead, and I say a prayer of thank yous. And then I kiss them. Well, my Work Your Light Oracle card is so well used that every single card had lipstick all over it on the back of it. So these are very clean. And I thank you very much, Chris Judd. All right, so Belinda shares, a bit scared to look at another car after an accident. Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, for a lot of us, boy, you can just hear that sound like over and over again, right? You can just hear it, right? It's scary, and we can really get caught up in the fear, right? And Chris too, she just got a brand new to her car just a few weeks ago, and you know, she had a bumper too. And so here's the thing, Scott's right, we would all, anybody would be nervous about it, right? But we can stay in that fear, right, which is a low vibration energy, okay? Or we can say, okay, I gotta step back up. I trust, y'all just said you fully believe your spirit teams are behind you. So are they or aren't they? So if you fully believe that your spirit team is behind you, then it's not to say that shitty things aren't gonna happen, because that's just life. But it means that we're gonna have care and coverage and spiritual support and love and all those kind of things that are going to help us to get through it. Okay, having our spirit team have our back and knowing it is not the cure-all that prevents us and protects us from not having crap happen. Crap is going to happen because that's part of life, and it's also the experience that we came here to have. None of us, very few of us, I'm sure probably some, came here and said, I want the cakewalk. I'm going to incarnate with the cakewalk. Right? That doesn't really happen. And I mean, I suppose it does, but it is, what a boring life, right? What a boring life. And so we come here for these experiences, but having our spirit team with us and knowing that our spirit team has our back makes a huge difference in how we can move forward. And so I love that you all are sharing in the comments and supporting each other, because that's what this community is about. We've all had a car accident. They suck. I mean, there's just even a fender bender. They just suck. And they can be so frightening and jarring, and that noise. I don't know about you all, but I would hear that you know, it just, just to get rid of it. And so Sharon says, many years ago, her son had an accident, his first of many, and they put him behind, got him back behind the wheel to make sure he didn't live with that fear. Have somebody go with you to help keep you calm. Yeah, I had the same thing when I fell off a horse. I mean, I was with a horse, the horse took a jump, and I was ready, but the horse landed bad and fell off the horse and hurt myself, and I was like, oh, but you got to get back on. I mean, you've got to. We can't live in fear, because then our vibration, it just eats away at us, and little by little our vibrations go down, and then we can't manifest anything. So I love that you all are sharing. I'm so sorry that everyone's had a story, but I really are on car accidents. I mean, so many of us have these stories, right? But I'm so grateful for you all to be able to support each other and share with each other, because that's what this is about for sure. So, all right. So we've got the very clean, not lipstick covered, not too terribly bent Work Your Light Oracle cards. So what's going on this week that we need to know about? Okay, and so this is, oh my gosh, okay. So you all know how I'm always saying about how the cards are little eavesdroppers. So here's this card, Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. It literally says this, look at this, do something to change your energy. Dance with life. We know stuff is going to happen. We know stuff is going to happen, but we can choose how we are walking through it. Are we dancing, or are we hiding under the bed? Oh, fractured sternum. That is so painful. I mean, it is like broken ribs. You know, you just, every breath. So, Belinda, I'm sending so much love and healing energy. I'm looking right at your beautiful rose icon, and I'm just asking to send so much healing energy to your way. Oh, fractured sternums. Ugh. That is painful, painful, painful. All right. So, dancing with life. Okay, so the big thing we need to know right now is that, again, how we choose to react to the things that are going to happen, because there's always going to be something that happens. How we choose to react is really a choice, but it's also how connected we feel. So we saw what Kyle Gray was saying before about right now, if you're not feeling so connected, take that step back, take that pause, take this dancing with life and hold that close and say, how can I dance with you more? How can I co-create? How can I welcome you back? What is it I need to release that's not serving me? How can I be able to move forward to dance more with life, right? And so, hey. And so, hey, nobody's dancing with you. Oh, my son is here. Hang on, go get him. So here this is reminding us that this is really how we are choosing to show up in the world is really up to us, okay? Hey, sweetheart. Very excited. My son starts his new job on Wednesday. We're so excited for him. All right, so what else do we need to know about this? Okay, so this is upside down. This is the protection card. The protection card is literally in protection. It's upside down. It says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So as we're taking this step back, it's really important for us to go inside and say, okay, where am I giving my power away? Where inadvertently or unintentionally, unknowingly, maybe knowingly, maybe intentionally, where am I giving my power away? Where am I allowing someone else to live rent-free in my head? So we want to really take a minute to look at this and say, man, what am I holding on to here that I could just find the humor in it, say, okay, look, I'm super glad that's behind me. It can't hurt us when it's behind us. And I know that is a very gross oversimplification. I know there's plenty of things in our past that can hurt us. But we're not in the car anymore. We're not in that. We're in the time of the healing, right? So if we are still in the car struggling to get out, then obviously we're still in danger. We are hopefully not in danger now because we are now in the time of the healing. But we might still be holding on to this feeling of still ruminating and playing that scene over and over and over. And so it sometimes takes that conscious moment to say, we have to snap out of it. We want to take a different tact, okay? We want to see this from a different perspective. And you know, the part that I always go to that really makes such a difference to me is, what is it I need to know about this situation, or what was I meant to learn from this to help me see this in a different way, to help me move forward in a better way? The protection card, it says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay, so this reminds us, and so you have these goddesses that are in there going, come on, let's go. I'm protecting myself. Okay, I'm not giving away my power anymore. I'm not letting someone else live rent-free in my head. Where do I need to shore up my fort, right? Because this is a time of stepping back and going in and saying, okay, what do I need to look at from a different perspective here? Okay, what do I need to receive? What do I need to release? How can I, take a breath and get reconnected? And that protection card in the protection mode, being upside down, is saying, it's not the three fates. There's 7 of them, so I don't know if they're the fates. But this is this opportunity to say, how do I need to get reconnected? Okay, everybody go, bye, have fun. A little bit jealous. Drive safely. They are going to a rock concert in Tampa. So excited. They're going to hailstorm and some heavy metal. We're a heavy metal family. What can I say? All right. So how do we go forward? Okay. So we have what's going on. What else do we need to know about it? And how do we go forward with this? So, all right. So here's your 3 fates, because this is the yes card. Here's the 3 fates. This is they're saying, yes, we are going forward. How do we go forward? Okay, once we're ready, we have taken our step back. We have done some introspection. We have, pulled ourselves out of, called back our power. We have called back, letting people live rent-free in our head. Get out, get out, get out. And so now how do we go forward? We say yes to the universe. We say yes to the guidance. When the guides and the angels and the loved ones are going, hey, can you look over there? We go, sure I can. Let me look over there. What are you trying to show me? I am open to your wisdom and guidance. That is not so easy, right? Because we all want to be like, yeah, I'm open to your wisdom and guidance, but I'm kind of busy over here. And they just go, we're trying to show you something important, wisdom and guidance. Okay, so we really try to remember. And so we have this allowing, this word of allowing, this piece of allowing, where like I'm allowing things to unfold, I'm allowing things to happen, I'm allowing the universe to work on my behalf. Now, when the universe is working on our behalf and we're allowing it, we are releasing ego, because we are always working on our own behalf, right? And that is, I want to be in control. I want what I want. This is where I'm going. This is what I've planned. This is what I'm doing because I said so. But that's ego. And so for us to be able to say, okay, show me, lead me, guide me. I am willing to listen. I am willing to receive. I have put this out there. If it was not the right moment for the universe to pull it, and because when the class first launched, it was a big hit. So we figured to do it again. But if it's not the right time, that's okay, because the universe has something else in mind for me. The universe has something else in mind for you. Okay, so we have these things. We know these things. We can trust in these things. And if you all are sitting there saying, "I totally trust my spirit team's got my back," and then you're going, then do you trust that your spirit team has your back or not? Okay, so we sometimes get in this place of, I totally trust them. I know they've got me, but could you just. So as we take this step back, we want to make sure that we are getting back into that alignment of, if I say I trust them, then that means I am respecting and answering when they say, hey, we've got something to show you over here. I'm going to put this on hold, the part that's ego, the part that I feel like I'm in control of, which is, we know there's a misnomer there, and be like, okay, I'm going to put that over here because I really want to see what they have to say, because that is going to be more of a priority. So where is the priority? Is it on what I want and where I'm trying to guide myself, or is it on where they're trying to help me to go for the higher and greater good of all? Big questions today. Big questions. Sharon says the three fates would have a string or a thread that they're using, wouldn't they? Yes, they would. And so here you can see, if you look very carefully, there is the thread that is going back up into the higher light. And they are holding these little beacons of light with them, right? And they are channeling back into the center, going back up into the light. So, good questions. All right, so let's talk about you all. So, are you ready? Because it seems like the cards have a lot to say today. So, who's first? Who's first? If you are ready for cards. Oh, I forgot. So you know the deal. If you're ready for cards, go ahead and put that in the chat. A card for you, please. And let me grab our Malachim really quick. And we'll have our Israeli, Arabic, English cards as well, because I love these. The concepts of them are so beautiful, okay? And so I really love that they give us these things to think about. So here, oh, wow, okay. So seriously, can't make it up. Reconciliation, okay, reconciliation. Payom, payos. Okay, reconciliation fits right in, and reunion. Okay, reunion fits right in with everything that we have been talking about. We got to get reconciled with our higher, get reconciled back with our heart. Where are we going? What are we doing? We step back, we get internal, we take a breath, and then thank you, and then we can get reconciled with where are we going, how are we working together, and how are we going forward. Reunion with ourselves, with our higher, with our guides, our angels, our loved ones, all of it. Reunion, and then reconciliation. We're all back on the same page, and we're moving forward. Okay, we have Musalaha in Arabic and Pius in Hebrew. I love that we have such a multinational group that we can do this in all the languages. You all make my heart so happy. I can't even tell you when you all chime in with these things. It is just makes my heart so happy. All right, reunion, Shamil in Arabic. Awesome. All right, so I'm leaving those original three cards out. I'm scrolling back to the... Okay, all right, so we have Sharon and Chris and Stephen. We'll start there. All right, so you know the scoop. Hold your questions in your mind and your heart. The cards know. They will tell us. Sharon, this is upside down. It says, trust the niggle. What is the niggle feeling, trying to tell you? So what is it that they're trying to tell you? Now, here again, you have the three fates. And if you look really carefully, let me try and put it right. She's got this light, this cord is coming right out of her head, but these two, it's kind of off to the side. Now this card was upside down. It says, what is that niggle trying to tell you? So this is this question that says, what is it you're ignoring? What have you been not paying attention to? What is it that you are not, that you are pretending not to hear? Okay, so Sharon, this is really saying to you, again, really pull it back, get in, because look, they're standing behind her. Okay, so it's a little bit cloudy, it's not stormy, it's not rain. These lights in my reading are going up, but they're standing behind her. They're like, hey, we got to get into our higher self. We've got to get into this place of the light, this higher guidance. We've got to get our darker, shadower selves, the parts that we're worrying about. We've got to pull them in. We've got to get reconnected, reunited with ourself, and say, hey, listen, what is it that we are pretending not to hear? Okay, so this is for Sharon, is what place are you pretending not to hear? What is that thing that you are not tuning into the universe, or when the universe is trying to get your attention, you're just going, okay? So they're saying, we see that you are trying to pretend you don't hear us. They're like your mom calling you to come in. She's like, I know you hear me. Okay, so Sharon, trust them. Trust that they're trying to get you to hear. Okay, they're trying for your benefit to get you to hear. All right, so then we have Chris Judd. Okay. And this is also upside down. It says, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay, this card is upside down, but this is about trust. This card is so much about trust. Okay, this card, you have this beautiful walk through the mountains. You've got this beautiful lit path. You've got this beautiful little brook that's here below, and you've got all this light that's up in front of you. They're saying, stop doubting it. Allow yourself to go. Allow yourself to go forward, that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Trust that path. Trust that you are already going in the direction you're supposed to be doing, and that you want to just keep going. Okay? So keep facing your true north. Stop overthinking it. Allow yourself the yes. Allow yourself to have the success. Allow yourself to believe in yourself. Allow yourself, for all of us, to know that we are going in the right direction. Okay? All right, we've got Steve. I see your comment, Scott, but I'm not sure that that's asking for a card, so I'm skipping, so please don't hesitate to hop back in there. All right, we've got Steve and Belinda. And so Steve, again, upside down Pleiades. This is your double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay, so this is channeling and uplifting humanity. Now, again, the card is upside down, and so this is reminding you to get a little bit more tuned into higher self, not to get so caught up in, I know there's been a lot of earthbound stuff for you recently. I know there's been a lot of stuff to really keep your focus kind of grounded in the here and the now and in the details. And I get that, but they're saying, listen, let's take a little bit of time for some meditation. Let's take a little bit of time to infuse some higher wisdom in the things that we're doing. Because this is, so if you look, you've got these folks who are floating up and getting into that light. They're into the alignment. But then you've got this one over here that's like kind of off. It's not, the body position is different, and it's not, so it's in the light, but it's kind of going, whoa, in the light. And the other ones are going, we're floating along, right, with Pleiades. And so what they're talking about is we want to keep you in the flow, okay? We want to really keep you in the flow and make sure you're staying on your path, not being redirected by somebody else, okay? Just to make sure, I have no idea how much earthbound stuff is going on. I look forward to hearing about it. I think I know some things. But they're saying, listen, you've still got to make time for that connection to the higher, to yourself. So in this moment of coming into this full moon and stepping back and getting reconnected, this is really like exclamation points for you. But at the same time, there's this part that is, don't let your head get turned by someone else's earthbound. Don't let your head get turned by someone else's, that someone else's needs are so much that you're forgetting or canceling out the things that are on your path, okay? And I know when we have new homes and new relationships and different things that are going on, that we do give up a lot of stuff, but they're saying, okay, it's time for you to make sure you get yourself back into balance, okay? That it's hard to juggle everything. I get it. We get it. There's sometimes we're juggling knives and chainsaws, but they're saying to you, it's really important. You've worked so hard to be in that flow. Don't fall out now. Okay, don't fall out now. Stay in that flow. Even if that means you've got to take a step away to be like, okay, you know what? I just need to go for a walk. I need to just get myself back to connect with me. okay? So don't lose sight of that, all right? And you know how to get it back. I know you do. I know you do. Okay, so Belinda, so this is the no card. And this says wait, postpone, pause, say no. And so Belinda, this is saying just pump the brakes a little bit, okay? They're not saying never. They're just saying right now, just take a minute, just pump the brakes. Allow, we were talking before about filling the bathtub and getting everything ready for the bathtub before you get in it, right? That you're not going to get in the bathtub and then turn the water on and then get your bath soaps and your oils and your drink, or get everything ready. So just trust that things are getting ready for you. It's not a never. It's a right now. It's just pump the brakes about it, okay? So just really for this new, because it does feel like this might have something to do with traveling. So just check your dates and make sure that you're like going in the right place for the right reasons, for the right time, that maybe there's a better way to do it. But this just feels like that it's just take a breath, okay? That we're not jumping in the car to go rescue somebody else for the wrong reasons, okay? And so just give yourself a breath. That's all, okay? All right, so lots of things around the house are breaking. Oh, God, the AC blew up in August. I've been there. Okay. Well, I know you get it worked out. We keep an extra window unit in our garage because we have been there, and so we have had that during like an emergency time. We're just like, you know what? Here is the window unit. We can just put it because we have been there. And this time of year it can be super hard to get the ACs fixed. But if you need a great AC company, please let me know. I am super happy to recommend. I love our company that we finally found. They are fabulous. So happy to. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. But if you need a good AC company, let me know. Okay, that was Belinda. Maria and Ellen. All right, so Maria, this is the ever unfolding rose, and this is cracked open. It's happening for you. It's not happening to you. But this card was also upside down, Maria, and so this is saying, hey, listen, and you've heard me say this already to some of the other people. Take a step back, let things unfold, let things come, the way that they need to come. That is. Things are being prepared for you, okay? The bathtub is being prepared for you with just the right temperature, with the most wonderful essential oils, with all the wonderful things. It is being prepared for you. So give yourself that space to say, okay, I am allowing these things to unfold. I am allowing these things to happen, even when we don't understand it. And that's really the hardest part, right? We can look at the thing and we can see how A leads to B leads to C, but when we can't, it is so frustrating, and we're like, why is A not leading to B? Okay, and so this is really saying to you right now, Maria, trust that A is leading to B, leading to C, that we are putting things together for you that is going to be for your highest benefit. And if you look at her, she is basking in the unfoldment of the rose. She is basking in the glow of the temple of the Akasha is here, and she is basking in what is coming, okay? So allow yourself to lean into that truth that what is coming is for your blessing, for your benefit, okay? All right, and then we have Ellen. Oh, and Chris's parents' AC went out. Okay, luckily the new place has an apartment, or what I use over the apartment over the garage, and it works. HVAC, excellent, fantastic. All right. Well, of course it's something going around. It's when the heat comes is when the ACs go out. I mean, hello, that's, no science there. I think they target it for that time of the year, right? Okay, Ellen. Again, this is upside down. Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So we are seeing this same kind of message. It says, listen, we are being divinely guided. We are being reminded to check in with our spirit teams, with our angels, our guides, our loved ones. We are being reminded to check in, to get reconnected. Okay, so Ellen, they're talking about just taking that step back. And I think it's so interesting that we get these big messages around the moon cycles or the planets, and then we find the cards are really in alignment with that message, right? And so this is really, staying in continuity with what we've really been talking about today. About take that step back, pump the brakes, allow that things are unfolding for you, but get yourself connected to that Council of Light, okay? And the Council of Light is even above our angels, our guides, our loved ones, and spirit. Your council of light is like the governing body, right? The higher, the ascended masters, and they are, if the council of light is working with you, that is just really such an honor. But I really feel like it has a lot to do with awakening. I know that for myself and for a lot of other people, when they were having their big awakenings, those moments of awakenings, of really like the connections to spirit being amped up, there was this time of working with the council of light. And so if you are being called to work with the council of light, and things are really unfolding for you, and if you feel called to, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because we can definitely help walk you through that with some guidance and such, because that really is, there's a certain level of, when we are waking up, if we are really called into service of being a light worker, and maybe you are and maybe you aren't, but when we're called into service to being a light worker, there's a certain amount of sort of basic training and conscription for a period of time with the Council of Light, the Army of Light, that kind of thing, where we are really getting so connected with our higher in that period of time, and really getting that connection very solidified. And so, if that's something that's going on for you with the Council of Light, please do let me know. I'm happy to help if I can. But know that it is so for your highest good, and it is really part of your evolvement and your unfoldment as a teacher and as a leader, whether that's just in your family or in your community. So it is really a very positive card for sure. Okay. Excellent, Chris. Excellent, Belinda. Yay. Happy to share all the things. Maria, very happy to share all the things. All right, let's pull one last card for the everyone, because I think I got it, everyone. If anybody else that needed the cards, let me know. And I am very excited to be back with you this day, back with you this Monday. I should be able to be here for most of the month. I'm very happy with that. And this is... So as I pulled the last card, I always pull a card to tie us all together. The card says, take a break. It says, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay? This is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to step back and enjoy this reset, this full moon reset that we're being called to pump those brakes. Enjoy the sabbatical. Take a minute and really allow yourself to just wait for the bathtub to be filled and then enjoy the bath. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday, spending some time with me, with each other. I love how you support each other. It means the world. Thank you for being part of our community of light. Always, always, always remember how very much you are loved. And I will see you next week. Mwah.